The night James found her, a story of pain, kindness, and unspoken hope. Welcome back to our channel, where we bring you true human stories, raw, heartfelt, and filled with the quiet power of resilience. Today's story is not just about love, it's about survival, compassion, and the chance encounter that changes everything. It begins with James, a successful CEO raised in opulence, yet quietly burdened by loneliness. Despite inheriting one of the province's most powerful conglomerates, he turned away from the comfort of boardrooms and chose instead to lead a failing branch of his family's business in a remote mountain village. There, surrounded by hardship and humility, James crossed paths with someone whose life couldn't have been more different from his own. Her name was Deep. Deep was a gentle, strong-spirited young woman, orphaned in a devastating earthquake. Raised by a struggling adoptive family, her life grew darker when, at 16, she was sold into marriage with Pal, a much older alcoholic with no morals. Deep's days became a cycle of servitude and suffering. Her in-laws treated her like a slave. Her attempts to conceive went unrewarded, only adding to the verbal abuse and beatings. Then came the ultimate betrayal. Pal brought another woman home, Linda, who he claimed was carrying his child. In front of Deep and his entire family, he declared his intention to marry her. His parents cheered. No one defended Deep. That very day, they forced her out with nothing. No money, no belongings. Just years of pain. Broken and desperate, Deep walked to the local police station, hoping someone, anyone, would help. There, she saw James. Dressed neatly and speaking with quiet authority, she mistook him for a police officer. Without hesitation, she ran to him, clinging to his arm through sobs. "Please help me." "I have nowhere else to go," she cried, though surprised. James remained composed. "I'm not an officer," he said softly. "But I want to help you." Moved by her distress, he brought her inside to speak with a real officer. There, Deep told her story, of a childhood swallowed by loss, of a forced marriage, of betrayal and abuse. The officer listened carefully but explained that since she had no legal marriage certificate, married at 16, they were limited in how much they could intervene. "I'm truly sorry," the officer said gently, "but we will do what we can." Deep left with nothing but a sliver of hope. As the sky dimmed, she wandered aimlessly until she found a spot by the roadside, too exhausted to move. She gathered banana leaves for bedding and lit a small fire to keep warm. Alone, cold, and hungry, her tears wouldn't stop. Her stomach ached, but the emptiness in her heart was worse. Just then, a car passed by. It slowed, stopped. It was James. He stepped out and walked toward her. I remember you, he said kindly. Are you all right? Deep, her eyes swollen, whispered through trembling lips, I have nowhere to go. Without hesitation, James offered, you can rest at my home tonight. I won't harm you. You just need a safe place. Deep stared at him, unsure, afraid. Thank you, she said, but I can't. We just met. I can't trust you yet. James nodded, understanding her fear. That's okay, he replied gently. I'll check on you tomorrow. If you need anything, I'll be here. With that, he left, and Deep sat silently by the fire, staring into the night. For the first time in what felt like forever, she didn't feel entirely abandoned. Her suffering didn't end that night. The cold pierced her bones. Her stomach cried for food. But in her heart, something stirred, something she hadn't felt in years.